Hey, it's still pretty early in the morning. It's Authentic Epic Boom, and I'm back. Thank you guys for being here. I want to give a special shout out to TM. Beautiful face. Thank you for your comment. She said she wanted the video to be longer. Hey, I like comments like that, so here we go. I'm going to give y'all some twists, some turns, and give y'all a little bit more background on me, okay? And some of these cute emojis you got up is for a reason. Just know when I do little clip videos like this, it's for a reason. Sometimes in life when it comes to love, it may taste good. Just like this hot dog with the little, glasses on. Food may taste good. It's satisfying. Something you want to deal with. Something you've been salivating, you craving, and it fulfills you. Sometimes in life, everything is just not on a straight and narrow. The way we walk, the way we talk, the way we do things. Sometimes things float. Sometimes some things cruise. Sometimes things are on a curve, and that's what the skateboard is for. Catch that subliminal? And that finger pointing to the guy running scared is what Emily needs to be doing, or plenty other women or men who's being abused. I'm pointing that way because sometimes in life we see what it is and we choose to ignore it. Or we choose to keep dealing with it. Her having a daughter in a previous relationship that Fabulous claims, having two sons with this man, a 10-year-old and a 2-year-old. They shouldn't have to be witnessed or seeing that because it will affect them. Let me say this, whatever you go through in your childhood will affect you when you become an adult. Because I'm still affected by a lot of things I went through. Whether you work through them or not, it's still there in your mind. Because these are your examples of relationships. Emily B has been with Fabulous for over, 17 years? She knows what it is with him. She's made all those comments. It was back in, whenever Love and Hip Hop started, that's when I found out about her. He's never said, hey, I'm with Emily, and none of that. Never. Until later on, till she left him, and she kept hearing about him cheating on her more. He's been cheating. You've been dealing with that. You've been dealing with these beatings. Now it's out at the forefront because it's time for us, I guess, people to know what's really going on. And obviously he's on, another level of ratchet, rah-rah, crazy, explosive. I'm like, damn, the way he was looking and had a knife in his hand, he's damn near the devil. So my thing is, you would have took her out and not thought about the kids and what they need. And I heard the kids screaming. How many times have the kids been through that? What you go through will scar you. Kids are innocent, shouldn't have to grow up that fast. And this is where I'm going to give you an example about me and my life. My mother has been married a couple of times, actually several. The second stepfather, Eddie Haley, he was on drugs, and he loved to hit you when everybody was around. See, me being 8 or 9, I could protect her. I could try to do whatever I can to pick up a bat or something, throw something at him, hit him, and protect my mom. My grandmother was there, God rest her soul, at that time to protect her, but then my grandmother passed away. And me being young like that, I shouldn't have had to see that. It had a big effect on how I deal with relationships even now. In my 20s, I would be the type, or even 19, if we got into a bad argument, I thought it was bad, I would get backflashes and leave your ass alone. Because that's how it affected me, because kids should not have to grow up that fast. And then furthermore, as far as parents, whether you're a girl or a guy, and you're a parent, why doesn't the kids come first? I think I still got a little issue with that with my mom, because I feel like as kids, we should come first and not have to deal with seeing that kind of foolishness, craziness to where it affects us. Kids shouldn't have to. I had to grow up too fast because I've always been about rescuing and protecting my mom. I get that from my grandmother, just protecting and period, and being very motherly. But all I wanted to do is protect her. Even now I want to protect her, and she's kind of getting on my everlasting nerves. But you shouldn't have to grow up as a kid so fast. And I had to, and I dealt with relationships by running because of the backflashes I had. I shouldn't have had to do that. Not only with the second stepfather, the third one, Greg Ryan. I hit him with a bat proudly. You don't touch my mama. You don't touch somebody's mama. That's off limits. But she chose to stay with them. What about, my kids need to see a better way? This shouldn't happen in front of them or whatever. Some people in this world is very narcissistic, and they don't think about the fact that what your kids don't need to see. They think about, I can change him. No, you're not. Only God can change his hands. But that kind of mentality is why I feel the way I feel about certain relationships. I'll give you a plain example of one of my relationships. We're going to call her Dumb Dale, okay? Catch the subliminal? Long story short, Dumdale and me were together 5.5 years. And within that 5.5 years, one particular day on my birthday, she wants to cause an argument, really upset me. I'm going off on her as well as crying. She leaves. I go to bed. I remember looking at the clock. It was 10:30. You know how certain things are just so vivid to you when it happens to you. Go to bed. I wake up about 3:30 in the morning. Go to the bathroom. I come out the bathroom. I'm like, why is there a light on my carpet? What the fuck is going on? I go to my front door and I'm petrified. I'm scared out of my mind. And I am just completely in a different zone. Because not only did she leave the door wide open, she left one wide open and she left the other door cracked. Anybody could have came in there on me. And just to think about that, it caused a lot of trauma. I was scared out of my damn mind. I looked through every cabinet, under the bed, closet, that I had. You live in my house with me, and you left me in here with doors open. So that means you want something to happen to me. Why would I have to go behind a grown-ass woman and lock a goddamn door? Please tell me. People, anybody, feel free. So that means you don't care about me. You don't care about my life. And I should have left her alone then, but I didn't. But I remember how badly it hurt me. And I remember what it caused. I have panic attacks if I haven't told you. I've been having them since she did that to me. That's a lot to have to deal with because at the time I was seeing a therapist and he told me you're kind of half asleep, you're kind of half awake. Sometimes I wake up and thinking the damn ceiling is falling on me because I'm half asleep, half awake. Your heart is beating fast. You're sweating out of control. You're trying to completely wake up. I've been dealing with that for years on my own. And it's because of her. You don't do that. She pulled this with me again, and this time the house got quiet. I didn't hear her arguing back with me. I went to go close my door, and I followed her down the street. I can't tell you. My thing is, when you put somebody's life in danger, you'll have a whole perspective of what you're willing to do. I'm not violent, but I'm not going to say I didn't choke the shit out of her. Do I regret it? Hell no, I don't. I'm not condoning violence for anybody 13 to 65 that watches me. I don't. But you don't put somebody's life in danger. You do not do that to somebody. This is the same person that was saying, hey, I think we should have kids. And we found a couple of sperm banks and a perfect doctor to go to. Oh, so I can get pregnant and try to stress me out? Leave me in here for something to happen to me? So I'm glad I didn't make that mistake. But I've learned from that. You can't settle for less. You're certain people that are toxic, dysfunctional, that don't belong in your life. And you can't lower your standards. And that's what I was doing. And I shouldn't have never let it happen a second time, but I did. Let's not deal with people who cause chaos in our lives. Let's not deal with somebody who acts any kind of way that's violent. You know what I mean? I did that to protect myself. I did that because I was angry. You put my life in danger. Anything could have happened to me them 2 times. And guess who's suffering the consequences? I have to deal with those panic attacks. All these years later. Not her, but me. And you put my life in danger. I'm glad I left her alone. We got to know when to leave somebody alone. Like I said, I don't condone violence, but I'm not going to sit here and say, I regret choking her. I sure the fuck don't. Because you do not put my life in danger. Leaving me in here with doors open and bitch, you got a key? And you live in my house and I'm taking care of you? Are you? Ooh, that's a whole nother level, y'all. But what I'm saying is people will do what you allow them to. I left her alone for a reason. I don't condone violence. I understand why I went where I went with her because you don't do that to me. And Emily needs to know she has kids that are impressionable. They're looking at you. They're looking at you for an example. Your daughter might grow up to think it's okay for a man in her life to beat her. Your sons could grow up and be a man beater. I'm dealing by a man beater right now. That punk shit is not cool. It's not cool to put your hands on somebody. I feel like if you're going to keep doing that, you're not thinking about your kids. When do kids become first? I just gave you an example of my mom. Example of me when I was in a relationship that thank God I got out of and I told her it was over years and years ago in my 20s. But you have to know when to get out. You have to know when to get away from that. You have to. I went through a mental abuse. I went through emotional abuse. And I went through being neglected. From her stealing from me and beyond. I didn't deserve that. because I always had her back. No, I'm not perfect, but I'm a goddamn good woman. And some people don't need a good woman. They've been blessed with one, but they shouldn't get one. Emily's been good to him. She's gorgeous. And I think that not only is she insecure, but I think she does not know when to let go. And what she thinks love is not hitting somebody 7 times in the face and they teeth coming out. It's not. Well, TM, I hope that was longer. And I want to give a special shout out to Mrs. J. I love her realness, her channel, her energy. You guys go and check her out. And I'm out.